Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back. Yay, I know, right? 2 streams in a row doesn't ever happen or hasn't happened in a long time for me. And I know it's impromptu and I know that everybody has busy lives. So those of you, hi Tanya, how are you? Those of you that can join me, awesome. So how are you? This is like so last minute and nothing's planned. Hi, Kayala. How are you, Mama? What's going on in your world? Yeah, I have the morning off. Hi, Diamond. How are you? No, I have the morning off before I head to work later on today. So I just thought, hey, I'll come on and craft and chat a little bit with you. I know 2 days of me, right? Ridiculous. I go months without it. Kayla, I'm telling you, this job, I'm definitely looking for a new one. I work tomorrow. I work Monday. I work part of the day today. I work like I don't know 6 hours today later on, and then I work tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 13 hours. Right, each day. It's a long day. So I'm still working in my Clever Fox planner. I'm gonna try an art journal in this little planner every day if I can. Hey, how are you? And remind us of your first name, junk journaling. I know you told me yesterday, but my mind doesn't hold things very well these days. So I didn't finish the page from yesterday. And if you guys went and saw the video where I talk about, they sent me this planner and asked me to do a video in exchange for it. So I did. And I have to tell you, it's pretty durable. This is like my third day journaling, or my third day altering some pages in it. And it's pretty durable. Yesterday I kind of tore it up. So, meaning like, I really worked it. So, I was looking through my magazines and finding some images. I think I'm going to put this high heel here. Don't ask me why. But I just thought it was good. I had an orange chair to go here, but I lost it. It blew off my table. It's behind my table, and I just don't feel like crawling under there to get it. So tell me what's on your tables. What are you guys doing today? Happy Saturday for those in the U.S. What are you guys up to? What are you up to, Kayla? Tell me about you. And what about you, Miss Tanya? What are you up to? And A Diamond, you have to tell us your first name. If Diamond's your first name, we think that's cool too. So, yeah, I am working a crazy new schedule and trying to like balance my life, which has not been easy. Do any of you guys have like balancing issues, or are they solely just all mine? Life balancing issues. Anyway, I definitely have some life balancing issues lately. Definitely some life balancing issues going on. Definitely. Linda, you're trying to ride a cold. Oh no. You're cleaning up your craft room. Oh, we can't even get into the cleaning up thing here. You guys, mine is such a wreck right now. My crafting space. You're in Florida. You're only crafting today. What are you making, Diamond? You're cleaning up your craft room. Ugh. Kala, I feel for you, girl. I'm right there with you with the cleaning up your craft room thing. It is definitely a challenge. Sometimes I think I make a bigger mess than I craft. You know what I mean? Like I'm collecting enough supplies to make a bigger mess. You're working in your junk journal? Oh, I love junk journaling. Junk journaling can be really addictive. How many of you guys are junk journalers too? I mean, I love junk journaling. Hi, Carla. How are you? How's your traveling going, girl? You're a world traveler. Whenever I see your post, you're like, taking off for here, going there. I'm like, wow. Travel envy. I love junk journals. I'm like totally addicted to junk journaling. How many of you guys are addicted to junk journaling? Me. Yeah, I know, right? What is it about that? Does anybody have any idea what is it about the addiction to junk journaling? So I got these stamps, and I got that eye stencil that was in one of the videos, and it's from visibleimage.co.uk. Visible Image. You know how into eye things I am? So, right? So you're stopping soon? You're stopping traveling? I don't believe it. Hi, Sharon. I can't tell you how much they were because I don't remember. I bought them so long ago, but they were shipped really quick. And I got that big eye stencil, which is in, I don't have it, and it came in this. It's being cleaned it over in my little sink area. Yeah, Tanya says junk journaling is relaxing, and there's no wrong way to do it. I agree with you. Anyway, so if somebody asked me where I got that, where I got the eye stencil. You're taking a sabbatical? Girl, you're not old. That's ridiculous. I understand needing to take a sabbatical, though. I really do. I love these bubbles. I just wonder if it'll be too much. I understand about needing to take a sabbatical. I really do. So today I was having a conversation with my hottie, and I'm definitely, even if I take I'm hoping I don't have to take a pay cut, because the job that I have right now, I feel like is like, they're not paying me what they should. But we were both talking about it, and I think I'm definitely going to look for a different job, at least one closer to where I am, because you guys, I drive, and I know it doesn't sound like a lot because I know some of you commute from far away, but I drive an hour and 15 minutes each way to work, and then I'm working like these 13-hour days, so it makes it like really long. You're lurking? Hi, Joni. You're lurking so you can watch football? Oh, good for you. You guys, I'm not a sports person, so watching football would not interest me at all. I grew up in a family where they loved all that, but that just wasn't me. So, because we were both just talking about, and it's not that big of a deal, the drive part, but what happens is, because it's only a 1 lane in, 1 lane out thing, so like last week there was a fire, a natural, like a fire caused from how dry it's been. And you guys, I almost didn't get home. So, because you're like stuck on one side of the island. It's 1 lane in, 1 lane out. Well, that's not bad, because I didn't do it dark enough. So you don't see the eye part, but you definitely see the bubbles, which is kind of what I wanted anyway. So that's good. Yeah, so for me, it's like one of those things where, hi, Tammy. It's one of those things where, it's like quality of life. It's a quality of life call. It's not and so he and I were just talking about it. And he even works on the other side too. So now that our older kids are gone, or my oldest daughter has moved with her husband to Asia, back to Asia, we don't have that support, whereas if we'd gotten stuck before, it wouldn't be a big deal. All right, I think I'm going to call this page done. I'll journal on it a little bit. I don't know. And I might do something over this. I might paint over it a little bit. I don't know. But I'm liking this planner. So if you guys jump in and get yourself one, let me know. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on it. And I told myself I'm going to try and journal in it every day if I can. You guys, some days my life does not allow me to journal and do things that I want to do. It just doesn't work like that. So anyway, this week I think I'm really going to focus on finding a new job, at least on the side of the island where our house is. So that way the only traveling I'm doing, because our daughter doesn't go to school near here. She goes to school in a different side of the island. So I already drive for that. So we already drive to take her to and from school, which is like a half an hour from where we live. So it is kind of a long way to drive. If it's it's a long way to drive when there is no other alternative. Like sometimes some people, like he and I were talking about um, how people that where they live on the side where they live on the island. And guys, I have a real stamp cleaner. I just don't know what I did with it. This is my life. This is how it works with me. Um, we were talking about how people have, the quality of your life and the driving and all that. And he was expressing to me that he feels like his driving to and from work all the time. Sometimes it's like if he was working closer, we'd all have more time together. So, whatever. You guys, first world problems, right? Neither one of us, the jobs that both of us have are not like career building jobs. They're just jobs to make ends meet here. Tammy says she cleans her craft area and she still can't find anything. Welcome to my world, girl. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. So, I don't know. I'm going to work on a journaling page and, I don't know, hang out with you guys. Sort through some magazine images. How many of you find these old National Geographics, old Nat Geos at, this one I think is from like 2006, old Nat Geos at the recycling center. And they do really great Citrusolve pages if you guys are, if you guys like to do that type of thing, which I love Citrusolve. This one is a good picture. Look at this picture. It's Marilyn Monroe and Clark Gable. Can you guys see it on the set of the Misfits? Love it. You use National Geographic all the time. Well, for those of you that like to do Citrusolve transfers, it's like one of the best. And I have some Citrusolve pages somewhere around here. I just don't know where. But I like this. Marilyn Monroe and Clark Gable. I like it. So, are you guys planning are any of you guys planning any like Christmas crafting? I don't, usually I make like my kids something. This year, you guys, I don't feel motivated at all. And I had a couple of days off, but on my couple of days off, I went and I helped. So the company I'm working for has multiple stores. And when I first started the store that I'm in, there's a guy that was helping me. Like he's like the store manager for a different store on the other side of the island. So I've been helping him for the past 2 days. And can I tell you, it was too much. It was too much. I should have. Those were my days off, and I haven't had really any good days off in a row. So I just like, I'm tired. Linda's making tacos. Oh, good. Hey, make me some, Linda. That sounds awesome. Hi, Julia. Joni says she's been looking for a job in a nearby city, but she can't get paid enough to compensate for the commute. Oh, girl, I understand that. Tammy says she's in the middle of a series of altered junk journals using magazines. Oh, good. Yeah, so many people do throw them away, and they are awesome for mixed media. I agree with you 100%. Some of the old ones are like really beautiful. You know? And some of the older pages are good too. Hey, Millie, how are you? Sharon says she wants to make ornaments for her tree, but she's total. We lost all your ornaments from the kids. You lost them in your storage. I hear you, girl. I totally get it. Well, I may make my sister some angels for her Christmas tree. She still puts up this huge tree. You guys, I don't really anymore. I don't really do any of that anymore. I let my kids get to sort of dictate what we put up, and they haven't really wanted to do it. So we put up a really small tree last year. I need to find my. I have a little. Um, this is the book that I've been altering for, I don't know, quite a while, and I have make pockets in the back, and I'm just gonna stick some stuff so that it doesn't blow off my table into the back. I have to have a fan on. It's really hot here today. It taught you a lot. Well, I'll share with you. When I was about, I guess I don't know if I was 12 or 13, our house burned down. We went away on vacation, and somebody broke into our house and vandalized it, and set it on fire. So after I lost everything, literally everything, and my mom used to be a big collector of antiques, but mostly from her own family. Like she would restore them and what have you. And so after that, you guys, it just was not. No, I think after that experience, I just don't have an attachment to things that I normally would have. So it just we were just really lucky nobody was hurt, and that it only burned our house and it didn't burn our neighbor's house, and we were lucky we weren't home, and we were lucky that our pets weren't there, and so I don't know. I don't really have an attachment to that sort of stuff anymore. And I used to get all attached to the things my kids made for me and all that, until I realized that it wasn't oh, I love this. Look at that mountain with the bear. It wasn't They aren't as attached to it as I am, and it doesn't help me to like be attached to things like that. I'm not telling you not to. Whatever works for you. Everybody's different. You purged a lot of Christmas stuff last year because you hadn't used it in years. Oh no, Tammy, that sounds horrible. Hi, Amberly. Oh no, Tammy says that she lost a rental property that burned down because of a faulty toaster. Ugh. You know what? Losing everything really made me see, and I was young, right? I was at a young age, so it really made me see that I was, that it wasn't so important. Does that make sense? So I just didn't even, you live and learn. This is beautiful. I like that. Hey, Trace. Trace says she doesn't. I'm happy to see you, Mommy. Trace says she doesn't Christmas much since her kids are gone. Since her kids are grown. I understand. You know what, Tammy? I've let go of so much stuff. I don't even, it doesn't even bother me anymore. I just, I have the memories of my family and of their time when they were little in my heart. I don't necessarily have to have it in person. Wow, look at this. This is a photograph of I guess, seagulls, some sort of birds. It's kind of impressive. And this tree is impressive too. This is a particularly good Nat Geo. Look at that one. These are like good pictures. Yeah, I think sometimes, yeah, and being an empty nester, I understand. It is hard. I understand. Totally get it. Totally, totally get it. I don't know. For me, I think moving to the next phase of your life is like, it's just growing, right? This is from 2006. It's got some crazy pictures in it. I love the chandelier. It's a picture in San Moritz at some ball, some store. Well, maybe you need to scan your pictures because none of those pictures, especially when they're like really old, really last. So scan them so that you have them. Sharon says, Tammy, I hate the emptiness. It's so quiet I can hear my hair grow. Oh my gosh, you are hilarious. You are hilarious. It's just one of those things. I can totally relate. I'm a partial like my grown kids are gone, and then you guys, I had a daughter in my 40s. She's now 13. It was like one of those. She was a surprise, and so I understand. I will never probably have. I won't have an empty nest the way most people do because of the age gap in my kids. But I get it. I know when my oldest daughter, when she left home, I have to tell you guys, I cried. It was ridiculous. Oh, that's so sweet. Tracy said she gave all the pretties to her kids so they could do their own thing, and she can always go see them. That's a good idea. Sharon says she talks to herself. She hears everything. That's so funny. Tammy says she has 6 grandkids. Oh my gosh. And so when they're visiting you, it's not quiet. Because I really love this magazine. You guys should see if you can find one. I don't know where I picked it up from the recycling center. It's called Habitus, and I don't know where it is actually made. But look at the patterns on it. It's got some really nice patterns, and the page quality is great. This would actually be a great magazine to paint in it because it's so, the pages are so good. Anyway. So, I don't know anything, you guys. I know nothing. That's the state I'm in these days. I know nothing. I just know that I never regret what I do. I always regret what I don't do. And so not changing my job would probably be a bad thing. Not doing it because I've been driving so much lately. It's ridiculous and getting stuck on the other side. And we call it the other side. When we first moved here, my partner said he used to hear people say something about, somebody that lived on the other side. And in his head, he used to think, wow, there's a lot more spiritual people that are talking to people who crossed over. Hey, Patricia, how are you? You have 15 grandkids? You had 7 kids, Sharon? No wonder it's so quiet. Trey says she's surrounded by others. There's no quiet. 15 grandkids. That's amazing. 7 kids. Girl, you win the award. You totally win the award. That is amazing. 7 kids. That's awesome. No wonder you're feeling it, because then it's really quiet. It's super quiet. If you've had that many kids, it's really, really quiet. This paint is like, it doesn't cover anything, but what it does is it acts like a barrier. So anything that I add on to the page, it's kind of like, it's not gesso, it's just some cheap acrylic paint. But I agree. Yes, yes, Sharon, there is a lot of activity, if that's what you're asking. At least I'm experiencing it. You guys can all pipe up and experience, share what you experience. I think the earth is going through so many energetic changes. Somebody wrote me this today, and it's, she sent out this email, and it says something like, you can choose peace or chaos. Okay, so then she was like talking about choosing in your mind and your body and your being soul spirit, choosing peace, like choosing peaceful activities, choosing peaceful things. And then she says, when you see the earth going through all these natural disasters, I mean, it was a perspective I'd never thought of. I'm not saying it's a new thought form or anything, but she said, it was a perspective of saying basically like when you see the earth going through so many changes, like extreme weather patterns or fires or earthquakes or all sorts of natural disasters, that's a reflection of the inner world of chaos in us, and that the outer world of the earth, she has to transmute all the, and it makes perfect sense, and just transmute all of the energies that we're not willing to face or look at in the thought forms that we bring forward. So she was like basically just reminding us that you can choose peace or chaos. It doesn't mean that everyone around you is going to be peaceful, and it doesn't mean, but you're part of the world. You can, she says when things strike, you can choose calm, or you can choose other, right? And so it just made me like reflect on what I've been going through, and then trying to make a choice of peace, trying to make a choice of, and she was just talking about the energies of the earth and how, it takes on all the energies that we feel and create too. So I thought that was a very interesting perspective. Julie says she's not at that stage. She has one. And she's 7. Girl, enjoy it. It goes by really fast. Tammy says she had a friend, Patty, who had 7 kids. She just couldn't have had that many. She would have passed out. You're so funny. Sharon, some energies are just attracted to certain areas. So if you're not sleeping and stuff, you can also like, in that spirit world, they never sleep. There's not like a, we experience time. They don't experience time like that. So, it's like a 24/7 there, whatever time space continuum they are. So you can also say, I'm not open for business. You can give yourself boundaries. I have to. I told you guys I started working at this place, and it's very active there. And the first few weeks I was there, I would come home so tired, and finally had to say, look, I've got to like take care of me. So it's a learning process. But also, too, I think the activity's always there. I just think some of us are a little bit more open than others, Heat gun morning. Drying the back of it, too, because sometimes the paints or whatever are so wet, they go through it. It's not a hairdryer. It's a big heat gun. I mean, it looks like a hairdryer. I told you guys, I call it my man gun. You're back in that sleeping. Oh, Trace, that's my life. You guys, I caught this my man gun. So my little craft heat gun died. My hottie, he went and bought me this, but look, it gets up to like, you have to be careful because it gets up to like, this could actually melt paint off walls. I mean, it goes up to some crazy, like, I think the average heat gun is like 200 degrees, right? This goes up to like 1100. So you have to be careful. No, it's not a hairdryer. I wouldn't suggest you get one like this. I suggest you just get a cheap craft one. When mine died, my hottie, but he was being sweet, guys. He was fine. He thought he was doing me a favor. It's my man gun. Oh, it's so ridiculous. It's like, what I think it is, and maybe you guys can pipe in. I think it's like, you know, men think the bigger the tool, the better. Am I wrong? It's like so stupid. They think the bigger the tool, the better, right? And so it's like, oh my God, guys, you guys know my life. It's like totally ridiculous. I can't make up this crap. My life is just ridiculous. So I think he thought he was doing me a favor. So he bought me this incredibly powerful, big gun. I call it the man gun. It's ridiculous. That's what it is. It's totally ridiculous. That's okay. It's life. So how was Friday night? I didn't even get to see Meridell Abrams. So I worked part of the day yesterday helping my friend with his store because we had to move one store, set up his new store, and it's not completely set up, and he wanted me to come help him today. But you know what, you guys, I got to work tonight, and I said, I can't. Self-care. I gotta learn how to do a little self-care here going on. So I said no. And I'm sure he's disappointed because I go there and I help. I don't try to be in charge of anything. I just go help, right? And sometimes how you work with people who think they know better than you, and it's his store, so he should set it up the way he likes it. I don't care. It's not my store, So anyway, I just couldn't do it though. So last night I told you guys that my hubby's a painter, right? He's a fine art painter. And we live on the island of Maui, and on Fridays they have art night in a couple of little towns, and he gets invited to like paint in places where he has his work, right? So last night, and we're childless this week, so it's like kind of good. Like it's just the two of us. So he wanted me to go with him to art night. You guys, my gut feeling was like, don't go, but he never asked me to do anything, so I was like, okay, I'll do it. So I went with him, you guys. I was like, I should have just stayed home. I haven't had a day in so long where I didn't have to do anything. You know what I mean? I should have stayed home, watched my British television, which I'm obsessed with. I love those British TV shows. I should have stayed home, watched my British television, and enjoyed a glass of wine and made myself some dinner. But instead I went with him, and we went out to dinner afterwards. By the time I got home, you guys, I was so spent because you spend the whole night talking to a bunch of people in a gallery, It's like, it's a lot. What, Linda? She swears this man is deaf. You can't hear, and now you're going to beat him over the head with a frying pan. Why are you going to beat him over the head with a frying pan? Oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious. So I should have just stayed home. You know how your intuition is like, and then you're feeling, or I was feeling selfish. I was like, he never asked me to go. Like, he never asked me to do this because it's work for him. It's not like it's a joyride or fun. Do you know what I mean? You have to be available and on for other people. I saw a post somewhere that it's snowing in some parts of the world. For those of you that are in that area, I'm so sorry. I hope you stay warm. I hope you stay warm. Man gun, I know, it's so silly. You guys, he since bought me some other crazy tools. I should show them all to you one time. You guys would all get a really good laugh. Good laugh. So I hope you guys find a book and join along with me, whether it's one of these planners or, you know, an old book that the library's letting go of, or one that you get at a bookstore, you get at a book sale, you know, like an inexpensive book sale, and make a collage journal out of it. It's actually super fun. And, you know, it also gets you to really learning and using different art supplies or out of your comfort zone for an art supply. And then for me, what happens is that what has sort of always been my life, I see everything as an art supply. Hi, Jane. You guys, Jean just started a de-stash group where she's de-stashing some of her amazing supplies. So you guys should go over. Jean, do you have a video on your YouTube channel talking about your de-stash group yet? You should definitely go over and check Jean's channel out. You guys, I've been missing everybody's live streams. I've been missing everybody's whatever. I've just been in my own world. How many of you guys live that way, where you're just like in your own world? Like you have every intention. You think, okay, I'm going to do this. And then your life gets in the way. That is mine. That is totally mine. It's been my life lately, at least the past couple months since I started this job. But, you know, I guess the best part is the epiphany that I need to choose a different job that's going to make me more available for myself is like, I guess it's all worth it then that way. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Jean says, no, she needs to make a video. So you guys join her channel. It's Jean Peter Artist. Hi, River. And she's doing a de-stash, and Jean has some excellent supplies, you guys. Not that I need anything, because I don't. How many of you guys are like me? You don't need anything. How are you, Miss Tammy? What's going on in your world? Hey, Sherry. How are you? Hey, Jean, is today the auction, or is it tomorrow, the auction for that Stacy Pink Poodle Crafters is doing for care for the disabled artists, or was it yesterday? Did I miss it all? Guys, I've been so like in my own world. I've been missing everything. I have been in my own. How many of you guys live in your own world and then you're just like, oh, I've missed something I really wanted to do? That's me. Moi. Totally moi. Missing all the things I want to do that I just am not paying attention, and it just goes by without me even noticing. And I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not, even though I'd like to think I am. I know I'm not the only one. Stacy's doing it tonight. Okay, so you guys make sure, I don't know what time it starts, but make sure you head over to Pink Poodle Crafts. That's Stacey Evans' channel. And she is doing a auction tonight to benefit CARES Foundation, which is a 501c3 called the Disabled Artists Foundation, Inc. And what's cool about it is all the proceeds are going to go to support CARES Foundation. And what she does is she sends out care packages. She sends out art packages monthly to people that are disabled that could really use that as art supplies to, you know, live in a better health situation, you know, right? Because, you all know the art is like healing, so I'm just trying to figure out what else I want to put on this page. I like these suitcases too. And maybe I'll do these suitcases. There's my orange chair. I thought I'd lost it. There it is. So it's tonight. And I don't know what else she's auctioning, but her auctions are always good. So you guys go over there and check it out. And I don't know what the parameters are. Stacy has definite guidelines for when you're going to buy something. I think you have to email her ahead of time and give her your, address and different things like that so that she doesn't have to chase you around for um, all that info. So go over and check it out. What time does it start, Tammy? Do you know? Do you have any idea, Miss Ma'am, what time it starts? You're in the same boat. Hi, Renee. You're going to get the auction info. Oh, good. You wrote a sticky note yourself. It's in 2 hours, Jean says, the auction. Hi. I know. Big love to all the mamas that are here. Thank you guys for always being my peeps, showing up. Even when I can't show up sometimes, you guys are always there showing up for me, and I am grateful for that. I am very grateful. I am very grateful. I am very grateful. I love this concentric circle stamp. This is from Hero Arts, but you can make your own. If you go over, look at Carla Cage Fish's. Carla Cage Fish has some, on YouTube, it's called Caged Fish with a K, K-A-G-E-D. She has some how to make your own concentric circle stamps. She used to sell them, but I don't know if she's still doing that too, making her own. But I like it. I like this concentric circle stamp. It's one of my favorites, and I use it with paint. You can tell I use it all the time. I use it with paint. I use it with paint. I use it with stamping ink too. So tell me what else is going on in your world. Some of you are Christmas crafting. Some of you are just crafting, junk journaling. I think junk journaling for mental health is like the best. Just to give yourself some downtime and just enjoy it. And I've missed Laura's streams. I haven't seen you guys. I've really done nothing. I've been in my own world, doing my own thing. I haven't even gotten to go over to Laura's channel, and Laura's the Jersey Crafter. You guys should check her out. I know she streams more regularly than me. So Tammy says the auction is 7 p.m. Central, and it's on Stacey Evans' channel, Pink Poodle Crafts, and it goes to support Care Hearts Foundation for the Disabled Artists Foundation, Inc. And you guys, it's a really good cause. So if you feel like heading over and spending some money on some crafty creations and supplies, please do. And if not, and you just want to donate, Care is always open for donations. Either, I think she sends out like 46 packages a month, so that can be a hefty postage thing. And then, but they're always looking for donations as far as like art supplies and stuff. And I know none of you have too many. None of you hoard your art supplies like me, right? None of you guys hoard your art supplies. It's just Ma. It's just me. I'm the art supply hoarder. Oh no. So you're moving countries. Oh, and you've got tons of boxes. Tammy says there's a huge giveaway tonight. A Tim Holtz glass mat plus oxide sprays. That is awesome. Renee, I'm looking for a new job. I am looking for a new job. I have not been myself. I have been, one would think that one would know by now that, that I need to look for, and so I am. I just had this conversation this morning with my hottie about finding a job that's closer to home, because I spend a couple of hours every day commuting, and now I'm working these long days. It's a lot. You guys think I'm thinking about traveling? I think so. I haven't traveled as much as I like to. Tammy says she's trying to get her art room painted and organized and do junk journals for your husband to give to the courtroom clerks for Christmas. Oh, that's nice, Tammy. It's really nice. I think I secretly want to travel. I think that's why I keep finding things. You moved in December and you're still trying to unpack things. Girl, what's my excuse? My excuse is that I have too much stuff. I literally have too much stuff. I literally have too much stuff. How many of the rest of you are in that boat where you have too much stuff? Maybe none of you, just me. I need something. I don't know what. Oh no, Jean says she just bought at a garage sale and her entire car is full of stamps and paper and books and extras. Hardest will be thrilled. Oh, you're so generous, Jean. You're finding it hard to pack your craft room. Yeah, I told you guys we've been looking for a place because we're trying to buy a place because we live in an area where everything is outrageously expensive. So we've been looking, and so I started to purge some of my stuff. Hi, Feluk, how are you? You have too much? Don't worry, you all have too much. Okay, so I was like talking to my honey. I was like, okay, I really need to like purge. And he was like, yeah. Like, he's like, no pressure here. Because he knows. He knows me. He knows me all too well. He knows me all too well with my books and my... Tammy says her boys took 3 20-foot U-Haul trucks to the dump and 1 to Goodwill. Oh, no. And you're still giving away stuff. Wow, girl. That's awesome. I'm sure that whoever you gave it to they really needed it. I'm just finding I really don't need much of anything. How many of you guys are in that same space where you're finding that you don't need stuff either, but you have it anyway because you just do. You just have it. How are you feeling, Miss Renee? How are you feeling? And I'm sorry I haven't been checking in on you. I've just been in my own freaking world working all the damn time. By the time I get home, some nights like, okay, so I go to work today. Today's my half day. I only work 6 hours, but maybe 7 hours. But I drive an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back. So I'm going to go into work, and then I will leave my job at 9:30 tonight, and then I drive an hour and a half home. By the time I get home, I'm so tired. I don't even... I'm just done. You're finding it quite stressful to pack? I'm sorry, Carla. You're going to do your moving in parts because you can move. You can pack every little bit every week. Oh, that's great. You're having therapy from your rotator cuff? Ooh, girl, I'm sorry. Okay, so Felix says she's doing 100 things challenge, and she can't buy anything crafty until I make 100 things with what you have. That's a good challenge. Didn't oh my gosh, who did that challenge? Wasn't it Rebecca from Dances with Pit Bulls? Tracy says she's got mostly collage fodder. Tracy said, holy cow, she thought she was doing great purging, but when she unpacked in her new place, she couldn't believe most of the totes were full of art things. I can relate. Collage fodder is awesome. Yes, it was Rebecca with Dance with Pipples. Yeah, she did that a few years ago, and you guys, I should do it too, but I haven't, okay? But I haven't, okay? Hi, Cassandra. How are you? And how is your mom? How is your beautiful mom? I saw all the pictures that you posted from your trip to Italy. Girl, it looks like you had a great time. Tammy says she's fall cleaning out the garage. Oh, you're fall cleaning out your garage? Girl, I need to fall clean out my house. I need to paint the inside of my house and wash the walls. And you guys, I haven't, it's been ridiculous. I haven't had a chance to do it. Trace says, I love you, Tracy. Tracy says, I remember the 100 days challenge. I think it's fantastic, but I can't stick with the 30-day challenge. Girl, you and I are in the same boat. It's like I begin everything with gusto, and then I'm like, I can't even do this. It's ridiculous. Or my life gets in the way. So that's why I said I'm going to try and work in this journal. I'm going to try and work in this journal a little bit every day if I can. But if I don't, I'm not going to beat myself up. Miss Olivia's good. She says you just put her to bed. Oh, give Miss Olivia our love. Tammy says she used to do spring cleaning, but with hot flashes, fall cleaning is better. I love it. Oh my gosh. You're gonna scooty poot? Okay, see you later. Scooty poof. I need Scooty Poof gold for cereal. I need Scooty Poof gold. I remember the Scooty Poof. Oh my god. How could I forget that? Scooty Poof. Oh my god. You guys. Alright, I need one more image on this page. And then I need to go back and write on this page. Cassandra says she needs to clean out her storage unit. Girl, you and me both. You and me both. Renee says she thinks so, Sharon, but what's it called again? Question mark, big question mark. Oh my gosh, Scooty Poof. That is so funny. Okay, so I definitely need to work on something in here. But you know what? I love, and you guys, I'm not telling, look, I get nothing if you buy one of these, but I have to tell you, for the $20 or $25 they are, and you could use a 20% coupon, it'd be worth it if you wanted to just follow along and do, if you feel like up to it. But if not, get yourself a free book from, and it has like a pocket in the back, and they give you stickers and all kinds of cool stuff. So today, so far I've done 3 pages in my Clever Fox planner. I don't know why I like this high heel I do, and I don't wear high heels anymore. Where Women Create, she says, is the name of the magazine. That is a good magazine, Where Women Create. So it's good. I don't remember. It's kind of pricey, isn't it? Am I wrong? I could be wrong. You guys, I don't always know. Because I don't buy anything. I'm like the worst person for consuming as far as for an economy of consumers. Renee says she thinks she has a couple copies. They're awesome. So this is I got this from our Friends of the Maui Library, you know, the Friends of the Library organization that sell used books and donate the money to build libraries and buy new books for other ones. So I have been collaging in this book for a long time, for at least a year, I think, and I've really loved it. I glued some of the pages together, and it's a journal for no reason, as Shannon Green says, and some of it I've really enjoyed. Like, I need more tickets for this one, some security envelopes, and a... Renee said it's pricey, but she got past issues. Ooh, I had some good numbers earlier. I should look for those numbers that I saw. They would be good in here. I have a numbers page. A numbers page. Because if you guys use that coupon, do it and buy them for people for holiday gifts. Because they have all ones. They have a budget planner. They have Mine's the undated daily planner, but they have a pro planner that looks really good too. And they're not so pricey. But if you get 20% off your first order and you ordered for Christmas, it's like good. I mean, you know. Or one of our crafting mamas, Samantha, got one. She said she loves hers. So I think that's great. Trace says she's starting to play in glue books again, and she's loving it because they don't have to make any sense. No, they don't make sense. That's the part I like about it too, Trace. They don't have to make sense. You just keep gluing until you're satisfied, and you know what? You're not doing it for an end result. That's the part I like. There's no end result. You know, because sometimes if you're judgmental like I am, I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for you guys. But if you're judgmental like me, and you judge your own work, which I do. How many of you guys judge your own work? I mean, I totally judge my work. It's actually super freeing to just make a collage journal. You know, to do glue book and not even think about it. Hey, Jamie, how are you, ma'am? What's going on with you, Mama? Trace says she wants to be a planner girl, and she loves planners, but she doesn't stick with them for very long. I can relate. I can totally relate. I can relate. Yeah, $20 book is $16 with a coupon. That's true. I think it's a good deal. Well, if you have some gifts to get, because I mean, there are some people that are real planners. Like, I know one of my daughters, she buys a planner every year. Like, she goes online and she's like a real planner person. She writes everything down. You guys, I'm just not born with a head that works like that. No, but she likes to write everything down. Oh no, Jamie. Everybody sent Jamie some love. Jamie says she's been crazy busy and her mom's having some health issues. Ugh. What's my favorite number? I don't know. Well, I will tell you guys my roulette story. So I usually play, when I play in roulette, like, I always play the same numbers. I play 2 and 12. I play 17. And I play 2, 12, 17, 11, and 22. So I guess 2 must be one of my favorite numbers without me knowing it. So one time my hottie and I, you guys know I lived in Las Vegas for like a hot minute. My job transferred me there a few years ago, and then we didn't stay very long. The babes hated it. The hottie hated it. And I worked so many hours, I wasn't living there anyway, if you know what I mean. I was just basically sleeping there and working a ton of hours. Anyway, so one day I had a day off and we were going to see some sort of show. Like, I don't remember, some singing, some musical thing. That's the part I did love about Vegas. You could see all kinds of shows. So we were going, and we got there early and said, "Oh, let's go play roulette at the roulette table." And because you know, in Vegas, if you play games or whatever, then they let you drink for free. And so instead of buying a drink, you might as well spend the money on playing, you know, whatever it was. So I don't know what my limit was, $20 or something silly like that. So, and we were playing roulette, and I don't remember what the minimum was, but anyway, I played maybe 3 rounds of roulette or 4 rounds, and then we had to go. And on my last round, I just put it on the same numbers. I think I hit my numbers like every time, and then we left. we were up. We left and we were up. But you know, I think 2. I guess the number 2 must be somehow important to me because I play it to my roulette numbers. Hi Emma, how are you? Yeah, aging parents is difficult. I lost both my parents, so I went through a little of that with them, and they were much older when they had me, so I went through some of that. I can relate. 11 is your number? Oh, good for you. I don't know what my number really is, but I obviously play. I love different fonts and things like that, so when I collect numbers, I love that. I like this too. This is like a tree of cups. It's like a cup tree. Pretty cool. I'm trying to figure out what kind of house I want to live in. That's where I'm at right now. I'm good, just tired lately. 10's your favorite number, Emma? You like the number 8? It reminds you of the infinity symbol. Number 8's really good too. Jamie wants to know what everybody's working on. So you guys pipe up and tell Jamie what you guys are working on. You guys are gonna think so. You guys, there was in one incarnation of my life, this life, I was a costume designer for theater and film and television, and it's pretty fun. Anyway, and I used to sew all the time. I hardly sew now, but I do have multiple sewing machines, and if I sew now, mostly it's on paper, unless I'm making something for a specific gift, it's on paper. I'm sewing paper. So my youngest one, she's 13. In school, they get to choose like an elective, or I don't know they don't call it an elective in Montessori school. I don't remember what they call it. Anyway, so she chose sewing. And when I went for her school progress report, they showed me these amazing things that she's sewn. She's making these crazy appliques. They're really gorgeous. And I was like, I didn't say anything, but I was like secretly going, yay, yay, because it's really sweet. Like, it's really sweet that she's loving it so much. And she came home and she asked me if I would thread one of my sewing machines so she could use it. I said, yeah. And then, you guys, this is where I know I'm rubbing off on her. So her brother and sister, her brother-in-law and her sister, her oldest sister, left and moved to Asia, and they left a bag of clothes in their room, and they told me, please, they're laundered, whatever, donate them to the thrift store or drive them to, because we have a place not far from where we live that takes clothing donations for people in need. So I had them there. I hadn't done it yet, so I hadn't driven them hadn't had a day off long enough to drive it because they have specific donation hours. Anyway, it was super cute. She came in and she said, can I have a pair of these shorts? And there was like a pair of shorts in the donation. I said, yeah, sure. You guys, she cut it up and she was like sewing all kinds of little projects. Oh, you're crocheting an Afghan? That's awesome. Tammy said she made her first snippet roll last night. What did you do, Carla? I missed it. So the apple's not falling far from the tree in this house. She's doing her recycling. So, and Carla is doing, what are you doing? Germany says she's crocheting stars for Christmas. Good night, Carla. Big hugs to you. Emma says she is recycling newspaper and threads and packaging for a junk journal, for the challenge junk journal. That's great. Emma, you'll have to tell us about the challenge. Tracy said she is making cucumber bread and chasing and escape dogs. She'd rather be crafting. And Renee says she's painting and decorating shoe inserts that are shaped like feet. Oh, that's kind of cool. And Tammy made a snippet roll. And Jamie says she's currently writing in a journal that will probably need to be burned when she's done venting, so no one sees how angry you've been. Oh. And you're making a Christmas journal too. Girl, you need to vent and definitely burn it if you don't want somebody to read it. So Cassandra says she has a cousin that's a sophomore at FIT. FIT is the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City. We love you, Jamie. You're making a junk journal, Cassandra? Yeah. Tracy says burning books is very healing. Burning your journals, I agree. I agree with you, Trace. It is. You know what? Sometimes there's no good for somebody reading other people's stuff because you know what? They're just going to interpret it from their point of view and always make it about them, and it has nothing to do with them. You know? It has nothing to do with them. Yep, I can relate to all of the above. Guys, I'm not making anything. I'm making this book. I'm making these glue books for myself. And I don't know what I'm going to give for Christmas presents. I do not know what I'm going to give for Christmas presents. If I'm going to even give anything. My kids are kind of at the point where anything you give them, they're just like, oh. Anyway, it feels good to get it out. Jamie says it feels good to get it out and out somewhere, and no one can judge me. Yeah, if they don't see what you've written. Yeah, I would burn it too. Tammy's got 3 junk journals in progress. Kayla said she has a box of scraps down. She glued them all into a roll of brown paper. Ooh, that's nice. Painter's paper. Ooh, that's good. Oh, very nice, Emma. Emma says timeless is the thing. Collect and make as long and as many as you like, and a few of the office supplies that you ordered minimum so you could use some color on it. Oh, very nice. Bye, Linda. Yeah, you have a great evening too. You have a wonderful evening. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining us. We're appreciative. We're appreciative. I didn't even post this in our Facebook group, so I'm sure I'll get something from somebody that says, I didn't know you were here, and because I didn't know I was going to be here. This morning, I was going to go in, I told you I was going to go in and help my friend, and I thought, you know what, I needed mental health. I need some moments for myself before I have to go into work and deal with. You guys, my little gallery store is in a major hotel, and I have to tell you, although I love all the people that come in, I mean, they're really some of the kindest, sweetest people, but it's like you're the information highway all day, every day, you know? Chase says she needs to finish the collage poster she started, and yet she can't find some real time for videos. I understand. I totally understand. I totally get it. I can relate. You guys, I still have videos that I started, meaning I did an initial video, and it's still on my computer. And this is from probably 6 or 8 months ago, maybe even longer ago. I don't even know, that I have never finished. And I still have the projects right here that I could work on, but I haven't done them. It's like, I don't know. It's like when I had the time to do it, I didn't do it because I was doing other stuff. And now that I don't have the time, I really don't have the time to do it. So I just need to, I don't know. I need to figure out what I want to do. That's the biggest thing for me. I got to figure out what I want. You posted it in my group. Thanks, Emma. You know what? I can't get it together, you guys. I really haven't been able to lately. Yeah, and I can talk to you guys about a little bit about something, and when my hubby comes back, I won't talk about it anymore. So yesterday, I told you guys that, I don't know if I've told you, I must have talked about it at some point, that his dad fell and hit his head, and he suffered some early onset dementia from it. He fell, his dad's incredibly active, and he fell he lives in Northern Virginia, and he fell. I don't know if you think he fell like shoveling stuff off of doing something outside in the snow last year. And he has gone through these bouts of, you know, he's gone to see a specialist and all kinds of stuff. And he lives on his own. He lives by himself on his own. Well, I guess he kind of lives with his girlfriend right now. And he was a big animal veterinarian, you guys, and the kindest, sweetest man. I mean, he's definitely like a dog whisperer or an animal whisperer. He could take like the most. He would get, anyway, he's just lovely. So after he fell and hit his head, or after whatever transpired, he hasn't really been the same. And he's been getting super agitated, and he was unable to do his finances, and unable to, like, he can't compute math, and he was unable to just do stuff that he always could do, right? And so my hottie sister was helping him with it. And then he started accusing my hottie sister of things, which was not, none of it was true, you guys. He's not himself. And so we tried to help him, and then my hottie's brother tried to help him. And then it got really bad because his dad thought that the bank was, I don't know, thought the bank was doing something. He's just gone through like all this stuff, and he just can't, he's not himself anymore. And so he went from being this incredibly functional person to physically he's fine, but mentally he just, guys, and it's been so sad, and it's been a struggle. And so we've just been, that's why I think I need to change my job, because I need to be closer to being able to be around for my partner. And you know, I told him, I said, maybe we should invite your dad to come out here for a while, because he's basically, he's created these like fictional stories in his mind, and nobody can reason with him. And now he's having like scammers take advantage of him and all kinds of stuff. I mean, so much so that we had to like go to court and get him basically declared incompetent so that we could try to get rid of the scammers. You know what I mean? Try to like deal with the, and so that's what we've been going through on top of my ridiculous work schedule. It is sad. It's like horrible. Head injuries are really difficult to deal with. He was perfectly normal, I'm telling you. And you guys, all he loves to do now is like play golf and do things like that. And he gets himself so worked up over stuff that's not real. So we've had to go behind his back and deal. I mean, we went to court. He didn't come to court. We tried to get him to go to court. We had to have him declared financial, like he can't make sound decisions for himself financially. And so we're like paying off all of his debts and trying to consolidate, because he owns a lot of property, but he wasn't paying his property taxes, and he just wasn't doing things that he would never, ever, ever, if he was in his right mind, ever, ever do. Does that make sense? And it's just been, and then he remembers things that aren't real. Hi, cat. The scammer thing has been a little too much. Okay, the scammer thing has been too much. Yeah, it's like some scam in Jamaica, and I don't know. It's been too much. It's really been too much. And so we've had to like do all this stuff, like, and if it wasn't for his brother and sister, I mean, I don't know, because we're not there, you know? We do what we can from here, but we're not there. So, and so my hottie's been so sad. You guys, this was like his hero, you know? His dad was like his everything. My hottie's been so sad, so I just said to him, why don't we just invite him here, you know? Because then if he's not in his own environment, you know, maybe he'll do better just for a visit. I know he would never want to live here. And I honestly, I don't know. You guys, both my parents are gone, so I already went through my own thing with my parents, but I honestly don't know that that I could take care of him. I said to my hottie, it's up to him. If he feels like we can manage his dad, I'm game to try, but I don't know. If it was my parents, I'd want him to say that to me. You know? It's like ridiculous, yeah? It's like, I don't know. Aging is hard. Aging is a hard, difficult thing. Anyway, so that's where that's what's going on too, on top of all the regular life stuff that we have. And I definitely need to find myself in a different place. Kat says it's definitely tough. She watched both her parents go through similar things with your grandparents. I think what's so shockingly difficult for us is that he was so okay until recently. Tracy says she refuses to age. Girl, I hear you. Well, I don't know. I even said to my hottie, I said, do you think we need to go back and try and help take care of him? And he said, no. I said, okay. I think girls and guys deal differently with their parents. I would never, you know. He said his dad can still play golf. Hang on, I gotta get a glass of water. His dad can still play golf and get around, so. Charlie. Charlie. you okay. I didn't see where you were. Sorry. All of a sudden I realized that my hottie left the back door open. And the dog likes to ride in the car. And she's been known to get in the car with other people. And she was nowhere to be found, but I found her. So sorry. So, oh no. It is sad and scary. Hi, Christy. Oh, your dad's in the hospital? Oh, lots of love. Hey, Linda. Kat says that that her mom took care of her parents for a really long time. Yep. Our story is a little bit different with his dad because several years ago, we had offered to take care of his dad. His dad had had some sort of surgery and wasn't doing well after the surgery. And we had offered to take care of his, for you guys that don't know, we live in Hawaii, and his dad lived on the East Coast, and we had a conversation because his dad lived on this big, huge farm by himself, like big farm, like lots of acreage, hundreds of acres, I think. Anyway, and my hottie and I had this conversation, and I said, listen, I'm willing to go, and you guys, I took care of my parents, right? My sister and I shared that job. It wasn't like one of us, anyway. So at that point in time, I said, I'm willing to go, but if we're going to go, this is a move, this is like a real move, because it was far. And I said to his dad had this huge house. He was living in by himself. He owns multiple homes. Okay. But he had this huge house he was living in by himself. And then I said that this is the deal. I cannot support, I was moving to a place where I didn't know what kind of job I'd get. And his dad, it's an expensive house. It wasn't like a cheap house. It wasn't like a house where the mortgage was a little bit. I said, I cannot, however, move and be expected to pay the bills on this house that, this lifestyle that is like above, it's pretty hefty. I mean, I choose to spend my money on my kids, like schooling and that sort of thing, not on a big house like Keeping Up with the Joneses kind of house, We live modestly. And his brother and sister sort of chimed in and said, to his dad, oh, they just want your house or some crap like that. And I thought, they obviously have never taken care of anybody. And I had said to him, I said, well, and they chimed in and put their 2 cents in, so we didn't end up going. But I said to him at the time, my partner at the time, I said, you make it very clear to them this is a one-time deal only. Because I still had, I had my 13-year-old, but at that time she was much younger. And I also had another daughter that was at home as well. And so it wasn't just us, right? Because moving your kids to schools and what have you and all that is a big deal. So I was very clear. I said, this is a one-time offer. I said, I'm not coming back. And I said it to his brother and his sister. We all had a conference call. And I said, so basically, you guys, this is it, by you guys telling us that, however they interfered with his dad at that point, I said, you guys are taking the responsibility. And they were like, yeah. Well, then fast forward maybe a year ago, his dad, after he fell and hit his head, his sister called and said she sent some text, and she said something like, seeing as you have no obligations, because my partner and I aren't married, so I guess they only consider obligation if you're married, but we've been together a long time, since you have no obligations, you need to come take care of dad. And I said to him, I said, you need to write her back and say, remember when we offered, and remember when you guys said that, you were golden because you didn't need us because you know, Shelly and I offered, but you guys said no. So, and we were only after Dad's whatever. You know, he was like, I just want to remind you, you know, that that's not exactly how. And then she wrote, oh, well, fast forward now. I mean, now they're really having to take care of him, and they don't want to. And, you know, they don't want to do it. I mean, they're having to do it now, but so I said to my hottie, and I said to his sister, I said, I've already been through all this with my parents. I said, do you think that do you honestly think that I hadn't already thought of all this when we offered? I mean, I already went through, when I said to him, look, this is a really big deal that if we go do this, because I had a green one and I don't know where it is. I said, this is a really big deal if we go do this. I said, because taking care of your aging parents is stressful. It's not like it's a walk in the frickin' park, you know? It's like very stressful. It was a difficult position to be put in because, you know, I had already been through with my parents, so I already kind of knew, you know, what it was like. You know, I mean, not that every parent situation is the same, because it's not, right? But I kind of knew, because I'd been through it with mine, that, guys, it's no walk in the park when people start having memory issues. You know that. And they're also not the person that you remember. That's the hardest part, is they're not the parent that you remembered. Those are cool. They're just some distress oxides. One of them is Faded Jean, Vintage Photo, and Mermaid Lagoon. Anyway, so, hey, Lynn. I'm sorry. No, so now, fast forward, you know, now they don't really want to take care of him. But I said to them, you know what? I'm not in a place right now. Our daughter that's 13 is super happy, like where she is in school and her friends and whatever. And, you know, back when we were both like more open to moving, it would have been an easier thing, right? But now that anyway, I just said to his sister, I said, I'm really sorry to have to say this to you, but, you know, I can't. It's like they don't have his brother doesn't have any children, and his sister's kids are all grown and out of the house, you know, like she's got grandkids. But, you know, back when we would have, and I said, please remind them of that. Because, I mean, now they want to tell us we're not doing anything. And I said, please remind them of how they intervened several years ago when the dad, didn't have dementia then, but he had cancer. So he was going through all this treatment and stuff. And so that's when we offered to go and take care of him, you know. But I just said to him, I said, I want you to remind them of that, because it's not that we don't want to take care of his dad. It's just that it's not really fair to our youngest child, who's like 13, who's in the 7th grade, who's like, you know, it's like she's got a life here and starting all over, you know. And I said to him, if you want to go and take care of your dad, like if you want to go for a few months and take care of your dad, do it. His dad also has the means and the finances to have somebody help him too, as well. I mean, obviously not a family member, but you know what I mean. Like he has the financial means to support himself through that. So, does that sound terrible and mean and everything? But you know, I whatever. It's like the really stupid thing is like they thought we were after all this stuff, and it's so stupid. Like I guess from the outset they're just like thinking of their inheritance, right? They're not thinking that they're not actually putting 2 and 2 together, going like, my parent may go through their entire amount of whatever they provided for themselves or have left over for their own medical care for the rest of their lives. And I remember specifically saying that to his sister, saying like, look, you know, I experienced it with my own parents where, like whatever they thought they were going to leave to the kids, they ended up needing for their own home medical care. So, it's smarter for me right now, mental health wise. I mean, I don't know how smart it is, but for mentally, that's why I said to him, if you wanted to come here, I'm open for that. But you guys, I haven't lived in the cold weather in so long, I don't know that I could live in the cold weather. Well, Jamie, maybe you have to put your foot down, and tell her that you need that. It's very reasonable. Kat says it's going to be similar stories amongst many families in the next 50 years. You're probably right, Kat. Well, you know what, Jamie, you have to express yourself, and you need to tell her that you feel like she's being selfish because you have kids. You have children, and you have to think of them. You have a family. You can't just like abandon your family. I don't know. Look, when we offered, I sat down with my partner and I said, look, this is what it's like taking care of aging parents. And I discussed both my parents. And I discussed what they were going through. I'm sorry, the dog's barking. My hottie just drove home. So we had this conversation because my parents were older. Like my parents had me older. I'm liking this tree. I don't know what I'm going to write in here, and I may not write anything. Hey, Laura, I was just saying I haven't even got to see any of your streams lately because I've been in my own ridiculousness. So this is today's partial page. Yeah, that's right. The heritage money slowly disappears with their aging. It does. Hi, Gail. How are you? I don't know, you guys. It's a real conversation to continue to have and to be there and support each other during it. And know that you're not alone, Jamie. We love you. And I'm sure that anyone here that has gone through what you're going through would be totally open to, being an ear. It's really helpful. Hey, Shaz. How are you, Mama? So I worked on my little planner, where did I put it? Okay, so I worked on my little planner. You guys, please go over and watch this Clever Fox planner video. So I'd rather they're going to do the giveaway and give one of you guys a Clever Fox planner. They're going to do a drawing for it. I'd rather be one of my fibs, my regular fibs, than somebody I don't know. So head over there, please, and watch that video, or just at least comment. And I think you have to comment, you have to like, comment, and then go to their Instagram and follow them. And then I'll do the drawing, and I'll put the names through in like 2 weeks and draw for it, in a couple weeks. So this is kind of a fun planner. So I've done 3 pages in the planner, and I did 1 page in here. This one's not finished. It needs something else, but I don't know what. I'm not the best person for product placement as far as like these types of videos go. And when they first sent me like a notice of interest, I was kind of like, yeah, whatever. And then I thought, you know what, it might be cool to like alter a planner. And so, I mean, that was pretty fun. Linda, I love you. Linda says, laugh out loud, said true. Her sister takes care of your dad in Hawaii. And they don't make you feel guilty. They want you to keep your job and take care of yourself, or they might have to. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. We love you, Miss Christy. Hang in there. Sending love to your dad. That is when work is helpful. I agree with you. No, you watch my video. And you comment under the video. Watch the video for the planner. But then you go over to their Instagram and you follow them on Instagram. And that's it. Cassandra says, Jamie, she's here. Her mom's 95. And she's her overnight person. How long have you and your mom lived together, Cassandra? Or how long has your mom lived with you? We all love you, Christy. Drinking my electrolyte drink. But it's making water on my table. So I'm liking that. I'm liking this page. Guys, I love this book. Get yourself a book and do this. Whether you do it in a planner or you do it in an old book. I swear, this has been like this book itself. And I have lots of blank pages. Not all of it's done. But I have to tell you, it has been a real vent in here. You know what I mean? Oh, no. Christy says, and plus it's Saturday night and all the drunks will be calling the nurse line. Oh, no. So you'll have a good distraction. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. That is too funny. No, with her? Oh, okay. We love you. You know, Chrissy, I have to say, I have such a respect for hospice nurses. My mom was in hospice, and it really made a big difference. So you've been with your mom for 4 years, Cassandra. You're a blessing. You're a blessing to her, and she's a blessing to you, I'm sure. It is great for de-stressing, right? And they don't have to be like. There's no perfection to it. It doesn't have to be art. I mean, it is art in its own way, but it is de-stressing. They rocked with Romeo's mom and your dad over the summer. I have to tell you, my mom actually went to a hospice house. She did not. She had her own issues. She didn't want to. At the time that she got ill, and my mom got ill and died suddenly, like within like a few months of finding out she was ill. She had been living in a apartment complex that was like a senior living apartment complex, and she didn't want to die in her own house because she didn't want the people that lived in her complex to have that feeling. My mother was always like thinking of someone else. And she lived in California and I lived in New York, and she didn't want to die at my sister's house because she didn't want my nieces and nephews to have whatever feelings they would have toward, feeling about that way. So she really wanted to be somewhere else. And it was it was an amazing manifestation on her part and my sister's part that found her a place. And it was a beautiful hospice house in Orange County, California. And it was really beautiful. I mean, had my mom not lived in that senior living center and she just had been in her own house in Texas, I think she would have just passed there. It wouldn't have bothered her. But she was in this senior living thing, and she was the event coordinator or event planner for that senior living center. And she just didn't want, I mean, you know what I mean? When you live with a bunch of older people, she just didn't want it to be. Oh, so Lynn put the thing for the Fox Planner video. Oh, Christy, that's so beautiful. Christy says that hospice has been amazing, and that she's a nurse and she's worked with them and she's gone in with them, but she thought it would be awkward, but it hasn't been. Hospice is the most loving thing. It really is. My mom, I have to say, my mom was pretty incredible. She was an amazing parent, and she was a really wonderful friend, and yeah, she was awesome. I would have to say it was really amazing having her as a guiding light in my life. She definitely she lived her life altruistically. Like, she really was thoughtful. She was super thoughtful. So I'm grateful. Thanks, Lynn. wonder if I can, do I have to do it? Let's see. No, I was very close with my mother. She was amazing. She was really amazing. Lynn, I don't know how, if you can delete that, that would be super awesome. You know, I was very close with my parents, and I think that, you know, not everybody has that same sort of relationship, and nor should they. You know, we all come here with different life lessons to learn, but, you know, my sister and I were both able to be there for both of our parents toward the end of their lives, and that was, I mean, we were there for them anyway, but that was it was really beautiful, you know. And our parents were very independent up until the very end, so that makes a huge difference, you know. Oh, Tammy, that's brilliant. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely. If you can block them, that would be super great. I don't know. You know, they've changed all these things on YouTube now. So, like, it used to be super easy to delete somebody, but it's not now. It is not now. Guys, I am determined to use up some of my crazy napkins. How many of you guys have too many napkins? I certainly have my own version of too many. I have my own version of too many napkins. Nope, you're right. It is when you realize not everybody is given that chance. You're right, Laura. But you know what's really great is that you guys can all talk about it, because I think sometimes, like, what happens, there's so much stigma around different things culturally that we don't always get to talk about, or we don't always choose to talk about it. I shouldn't say we don't get to talk about it. I should say we don't choose to talk about it. You know, so I think it's beautiful. You know, but that was a choice both my sister and I made. You know, like, we both realized somehow, I don't know how we realized it, but we realized it, that the only gift we could actually really give our parents was to be with them at that point in juncture, you know. Um, and it was really a gift to us too, because it wasn't easy though. I'm not gonna lie, it was not easy. Laura says she has to be able to talk about her dad dying. It happened so suddenly, and you miss him so much. I know. It's like, you're right. Shazzy says she's officially a napkin addict. Oh, girl, I'm right there with you. Kat says when she gets them out, she enjoys working on them. No, Laura, you do have to be able to talk about it, you know, and some people just can't. It's like, I don't know. I get it. Hi, Gail. We love you. We love you, Laura, and you have to be able to talk about it. Both my parents have been gone for a long time now, but it doesn't mean I miss them any less. It's kind of weird sometimes. Like, my sister and I were having this conversation the other day about, like, how something happened, and she went. Now you have to realize our mom's been gone now 12 years. So my sister was telling me the other day something happened, and she picked the phone up and she wanted to share it with my mom. And I said, I have those things too. I mean, even after 12 years, it's almost like, I don't want to say that we don't remember, but we do remember. We always remember, but that it's sort of habitual, like, right? That you want to talk to, you reach out to the person that you feel like supported you the most, or that you loved, or that you just want to call and say, "Oh, guess what happened? This is so good." And it was good news. She's like, I wanted to pick up the phone and, call her. I said, I totally get it. I can relate. Anyway, we love you, Laura. You can talk about it anytime you feel like it. It's great to have company as napkin hoard. Should we call ourselves a napkin hoarding mamas? Lindsay, she tries to be choosy, but her excuse is you always have a napkin for any occasion. I hear you. Yeah, you feel like you wanted to pick up the phone and call him too, Laura. I can totally relate. You're kidding. Because I talk to my mom every day, like sometimes out loud, sometimes just in my heart, but I do. Like I want to tell her something or I want to discuss something with her or it's ridiculous, but I do. Miss her every day. Every day. Do you guys have some napkins that you like better than others? Like I definitely have some that I'm like, oh, I love this. I don't want to use it. I'm going to save it for a special occasion. It's so stupid. Yeah, Chrissy says she understands. She says she reaches for the phone and she realizes that, she can't. The person on the other end won't be there, but she still does it anyway. You find comfort in talking about it? Me too. Oh, I talk to her every day. I mean, I really do. And it's ridiculous. Like I don't know what happened the other day, but I was having a full on conversation with her. And sometimes I forget that, like because I do it every day. I literally talk with her every single day, like out loud. So if I do it when I'm driving, that's really good, because there's not anybody else. Sometimes there's nobody else in the car with me. But sometimes I forget, and I'm at home and I'll just be talking out loud to her. And I never forget this. Several years ago, my hottie said something to me we were talking about, I must have been going through something really difficult. And in our old house where we used to live, you could hear everything. Like it was like it was like it was built on, I think it was like a paper house, if you know what I mean. It was like literally like you could hear everything. And I guess I was talking to her when I was in the shower. And I guess whatever I was talking to her about must have been sort of hard or heart wrenching or something. Because when I got out of the shower, he was just like, he just like put his arms around me, and I thought, what's going on here? You know what I mean? And it wasn't even about him. It's usually when I'm going through something, it has to do with my kids and some ridiculousness my ex-husband is doing to them, or it's like something like that. It's not ever really, it's not usually. I mean, of course, I talk to her about the good things too. It's not just not just the bad things. But I guess our house was. That's when we lived in the paper house. I guess whatever I shared was pretty gut wrenching for him, and he just put his arms around me, told me how much he loved me, and how much he admired that I would just like talk to my mom as if she was still here. I said, well, I talk to her every day. What are my choices? What are my choices to not talk to her at all? Hi, Barb. So I know 2 days in a row. You guys, I might not be able to come on for another month. You know how that's the way my life works right now. But I am gonna try to. I should go back and do Rebecca's 100. It's not 100 days. It's 100 things challenge, right? I should go back and do that. I have plenty of things, and I don't buy much anyway. Hey, Miss Barbowen, we love you, Miss Barbowen. Oh, she's writing. Shazzy says, Barb, I'm writing letters to my children for later. Barb has this. Barb, you want to tell everybody about your letter journal? Like she writes letters to her son, I think, right? And did you write them to your mom too after she passed or before she passed? I should do it for my kids too, just to write them letters. I should do it for them individually. That might be a really good journal to keep and write to them about fun things, not just sad things, right? Fun things and Give it to them when they're older, or give it to them when you're finished? She did. Barbara did all. Your favorite thing is cutting images out of napkins? Did you guys go and see my napkin tutorial, my napkin challenge thing with Ina Salisbury? Hi, Malia. Oh, my girls are here. Oh, my ladies. All the crafting ladies. Anyway, I did this napkin thing. This is why I got the napkins out. I did this napkin. I don't even know if I have a piece of it. Oh, I have a piece of it here. I don't. Where's the? Let me see if I can find what I made. And I'll. Okay, this is what I ended up making for the napkin thing. This was not my idea. I mean, my first idea was something totally different. Okay, so this is what I ended up making out of the napkins, right? But originally, what I was gonna do was make a journal cover. Make a journal cover out of the. You can't really see them; they're just journaling charms. Make a journal cover out of gluing napkins onto a cereal bag. So I glued all these napkins onto the cereal bag, and I just did it to one half the cereal bag. Here's what's left of it. I just did it to one half of the cereal bag. Let me see if I have a piece. And then I stamped and did images on the other side, and I was going to do it like an overlay and then sew it. But you guys, it didn't work. And I don't know where the other piece is. I have another piece of it that it did not work. It didn't, I don't know. I've sewn cereal bags once before, and I remembered it working, but this time it didn't work. And because I've had no time to craft, it was like at the end of it was like, say the challenge is due on whatever day, and this was like a couple of days before the challenge was due, and I didn't have time to start a new project over. Where is the other piece? There is one piece I could show you, but I don't have it. I must don't know where I moved it. I could show you where the sewing just like it just didn't work. So what I did was I did the napkins, and I ended up putting it on a cereal box. But I wish I had the piece. When I find it, it's in my mess here on my table. When I find it, I'll show it to you. You can see how the sewing machine tore up the cereal bag, put huge holes in it, and I was like pissed because I had already made the pages for the journal and everything. I don't know where it is. It's not here. I'd already made the pages for the journal and everything, and so I was pissed. So that's why I have all these napkins out, is because I was going to use them in that. Lynn's saying you can make some great craft storage out of cereal boxes. And Felix says she makes storage from canned cat food boxes. That's a good idea. You thought I salvaged it really well? Thanks, Barb. I wish you know what, and somebody commented on, like, you didn't show us the epic fail. You guys are gaping holes. Where is that piece? I saved it, and I don't know where it is. You guys, I have I have a fan blowing in here, and, you know, it was a really thin paper. It could be behind my table over there on the floor. Anyway, it had holes in it, and then I wasn't going to be able to sew any pages in it, and anyway, it was a disaster. And part of me was just like, I started to cry, and then I just got up and poured myself a glass of wine. Who cries over an epic cereal bag fail? Me. You guys, I was because I've had no time. If I'd had time and I could have said, oh, well, yeah, I'll just remake the whole thing. You guys, that was just not, it wasn't even going to be able to happen that I could remake the whole thing, because anyway, thank goodness for being able to fast forward or edit or whatever, because it was bad. It had gaping holes in it where I had sewn it, which is not normal. Generally, my sewing machine does not put holes in things, but in this particular case, it did. It put big holes in it, and anyway, it was a good thought process. I might try to do it again. I do have a couple of more cereal bags that I've saved, but it didn't end up. But then I was just like, so then part of me was going to go, oh, forget it. I just won't even do the challenge. And I thought, no, I mean, Ina had put so much energy and effort into it and, really communicated so clearly to everyone and did all these things. And it wasn't her fault that my epic fail was my epic fail. So I just thought, and maybe I should have shown everybody the big gaping holes, but I have to tell you, the night that it happened, I was just like so over it. I was like, forget it. No, it's just a regular cereal bag. It was a cereal bag, I think, from cornflakes. I don't know. I don't know if all cereal bags are created equal. You can definitely collage on them, but the sewing of it, it could be my sewing machine. It could have been the sewing needle. It could have been, I don't know. So I wanted to make it, so what, this is my thought. This is how I thought. So what I thought was like, so I was going to collage one side and then stamp on the other. And then I was going to sew like threads and different things. Like I was going to sew it like compartments, like a pocket letter kind of. And I was going to like sew up one line and then put little things in each one and then sew across this way. So it would end up being like pockets. And then I was going to fold it in the center and then sew some pages in it. You know what, Kat, I don't know, but the problem was this, is I only had one project. Like generally I would make things in multiples. Hi, Lisa. Generally I would make things in multiples. Like I would make 2 of one project at the same time or 3 of one project at the same time, just for that reason. But I didn't this time. Okay, I didn't. Because I didn't have time, because I've been working too much. And she asked me to do this hop, like, I don't know, a while back. It wasn't like it was a new, she asked and I said yes. And it always seems like a good idea at the time, right? And then my life got in the way. You think I should try again? Yeah, I will. I mean, I do have a cereal bag. I probably should do it when I have like multiple cereal bags, so that if I collaged on 2 or 3 cereal bags at one time, it would work. You think it was my needle? Maybe. It tore it up. It tore up it was like, you guys, I went and poured myself the biggest glass of wine. I was so over it. I was super over it. I was like, because I had like, I don't know. I had laid the napkins down. I'd painted on them. I'd stenciled on them. I'd done whatever. I'd stamped. I did whatever I could. And then, no, I just thought it would have been a really cool project, because in my head, this is what I thought it would be like. I thought it would be like, little pockets that you sew into like little grids, right? And then maybe one would have string in it, one would have sequins in it, or whatever you were going to put in it. And then I was going to sew up the center of both of the sides of the cereal bag, and then I would have used that as the spine part. You guys, I was devastated, because I was like, okay, I can't bail now, because like there was more than just me involved in the project. So I can't bail now. And then the other part was like, yes, you can bail, just, and then I was like, why did I say I would do this? And then there was part of me that said, but you enjoy doing that. I mean, this is a conversation that goes on in my head. This is how ridiculous I am. That is the conversation that goes on in my head. I was like, oh yes, a bug flew in my wine. Okay, that's the one thing about living in the tropics, you guys. It doesn't matter if it's wine or coffee or anything. Bugs fly into my drinks. I could be drinking water. Yes, there was a bug floating in my wine. It was, I don't know. It was like flew in, because we have all of our doors and windows open. So, yes, a bug flew in my wine. That's okay. I picked it out. After you live here for a while, you just get over it. Like, you're like, okay, bug flew in my wine. Next. You don't like take it so personally. It's not like, oh, bug flew in my wine, now I can't drink it. It was like, and I think it actually flew in my wine during the video. That's the ridiculous part of it all. So if you actually watch the video, I think you actually see the bug fly into my wine. Okay? You guys, I told you, my life is ridiculous. You can't even make it up. I just pick it up, right? Like Laura says, yeah, you just have to pick it out. Farms have lots of bugs too. You guys, the tropics have tons of bugs. And my yard has particularly a lot of bugs. You know why? Because we don't put any pesticides or anything. And I have a compost outside of my backyard. And there's like lizards and geckos and spiders. And we have banana trees. And, banana trees bring fruit flies. We have everything, you guys. Papaya trees, banana trees, you name it. So it's like ridiculous. I had a friend come visit me and she got kind of freaked out by the number of bugs we have. I said, girl, you get over it. They were living here before you were. You got to honor the bugs and move on. Trust me. And the funny thing is they generally only get in my wine or coffee. My hottie can be sitting right with me and they don't bother him. It's just me. Unless it's a stink bug. I haven't had a stink bug get into my. We do have stink bugs here, but I haven't had them get into my any of my beverages. Hear me, universe? No stink bugs and no stink bugs in that. Kat says they have 5 mandarin trees out in the back and plenty of bugs, subtropical. So there you go. I know, right? Yeah, Chrissy says don't drink it after a stink bug. You guys, I'm telling you, it's like I think they make a beeline for all my drinks. If it's not the bugs that are in my drink, you know who else drinks my drink? Charlie, our dog. Kat says she keeps a little jar of vinegar and dishwashing liquid next to her fruit bowl to trap them. Oh, I'll have to try that. I'll have to try it. Oh my God. It is real. The struggle is real. It is paradise. It is paradise for bugs. It's paradise for everybody. You guys, you just totally get over it. You don't even can I tell you, you don't even, so I'll tell you, see, now you guys got me talking about my ridiculous life. I'll tell you what else is ridiculous. So, our cat brings in the big lizards, geckos, lizards. We have ones that kind of look like chameleons. She brings in everything. And some of them are really big and some of them are not. And she brings them all the time. We also have mice, field mice. I mean, we live in the tropics, right? Field mice, we have field mice too. Little tiny field mice. She never really kills them. She just brings them in and then she plays with them. Okay? And so then they're everywhere. And then, I've been really good about if I see her, then I obviously catch it and take it outside. So I told you we rescued this little dog, right? And our dog is afraid of everything. Guys, she is afraid of her shadow. Okay? She's totally afraid of her shadow. Anyway, so I have birds on one side. I'm thinking of putting birds in a milkshake. I think that's all birds need a milkshake or whatever they're supposed to be to drink. So the dog is barking and barking and barking incessantly. Yesterday, before I had to leave, and I was like, I don't know what it's about. And it should have dawned on me. I should have gone, oh, maybe she's barking because the cat brought in something. But I didn't pay attention. And lately, my youngest daughter is away for the past few days. And so the cat is her cat. And this cat, I'm telling you, when she brings in treasures for my daughter. But she also, when my daughter goes away, anytime she acts out. It's horrible. It's she really acts out. And so I was like, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. So I said to my hottie last night, you have to shut our bathroom door. So I think our dog was locked in a bathroom when it was a rescue before it came to us. I think she was locked in the bathroom. Because if you open the bathroom door, she'll pee in the bathroom. If you have that, whatever's on the towel, a bath mat, she'll pee in there. No other room does she pee, but in the bathroom. So I said to him, I think she was locked. And if the grass is too high outside, if it's rained and the grass might actually touch her, she won't go to the bathroom outside. For being a rescue, she's a little bit picky. So I've been telling him all the time, I'm like, you have to shut the bathroom door. You guys, we've lived in this house we've had this dog for a couple of years now. I'm like always telling him, you have to shut the bathroom door. And some days I just don't feel like being the nag, right? So I didn't think about it yesterday. So this morning I get up, I went to work or whatever, and last night when I came home, I thought, something smells funny in this bathroom, and I was pissed. I said to him, you left the bathroom door open after you took a shower yesterday. So there is something really smelly in this bathroom. I said, it wasn't like this yesterday. So I said, I do not know what it is. And if the dog, and I said, you have to deal with it. I said, I can't deal with it. And I had just cleaned the bathroom. And our bathroom is a minute big, you guys, a minute big. So I picked all the towels up off the bathroom, out of the bathroom, and I picked up the bath mat. I went and started the laundry, put the towels on or whatever. And I said, I don't know if the dog peed on there or whatever, but I can't handle it. And he comes back and he goes, the dog didn't pee anywhere. And I'm like, well, I don't know what it is, but you have to figure it out. I said, you left the bathroom door open, you have to figure it out. You guys, the cat had brought a mouse. And it had to be I left before him yesterday, and he took a shower last. So it was probably like 4 o'clock when he left, and then I didn't get home until I got home at 11 last night, right, from his art night. So between 4 and 11, the cat brought a mouse into the bathroom, obviously partially living, because by the time, and then I guess I must have come home, gone to the bathroom, shut the door, because I have that habit because I don't want the dog to go in there and pee. And the mouse died, but I didn't see the mouse when I picked up the towels this morning off the floor, when I did everything I did, and I didn't see the dead mouse. He said no, because it was like behind the toilet in the very back. Guys, this is my life. This is my life. This is my life. It's like, and he thought it was hilarious. I, on the other hand, didn't think it was funny at all. Vera May timed out Feluk. Oh no, sorry, Feluk. Vera May is a computer whiz. Feluk, come back. We didn't time you out. Vera May did it. Vera May. Anyway, so that was my life. That was me. And this morning I was like cranky beyond cranky, because I was like, it really smells in there. And I said, I'm not cleaning the bathroom again. I don't know what it is. What? Oh my God, I went too close. And the chickens didn't come back in. Your kids wreaked havoc. Oh no. Yes, Vera May's testing her mod skills. Sorry, Margie. We love you. Come back. Nobody timed you out. So yes. So the dead mouse this morning. And then I said to him, because she did it the other day too, except the mouse wasn't dead. And I scooped it up and put it in the field behind our house. Margie's cool. She'll understand. She'll totally understand. Malia says she gives people thumbs down all the time. So you guys, that's my life. This has been my life. This has been the latest in the ridiculousness of my life. Mice, bugs, failed YouTube. After months of no YouTube, failed projects. Because I'm just going to glue down pages I like in here, and then I can go back and add to it. Because otherwise, I just have a pile of paper that are sitting over here. Kat says it reminds her of the time that she timed someone out in Jessica Rapp's video and the lady didn't come back. Well, Margie will come back. Margie is amazing. She is so cool. She's not going to take it personal. She is not going to take it personal. Vera May. Margie's back. She said she needed a rest anyway. See? Guys. So just when you think that your life can be like whatever, just remember me and my bugs in my wine or whatever. Bugs could be in anything I'm drinking. We love Vera May. Vera May's our girl. Malia, I remember we all remember when you were pregnant with Miss Vera May, burning your biscuits. Remember that? You were burning your biscuits? I loved this image. I don't know where it came from, but I loved this image of the big shoe. Margie is awesome. So you guys were doing an ATC swap over in Crafting Mamas. If you guys want to join in and do it, I'm going to pick partners in the next couple of days. I love this book too. I'm like into it. You know what? I can look back and remember like when I was live streaming and doing it, some of it, and hanging out with you guys, and some of it I do when I'm not hanging out with you guys, and I like it. It's been sort of a cathartic experience for me, just working in it all the time. Vera May rules with an iron fist. Oh my gosh. So if you guys want to join the ATC swap, go over to Crafting Mamas. I'll pick partners in a couple days. And if you don't have Facebook, it's on Facebook. And if you don't have Facebook, if you email me at craftingmamasinfo@gmail.com and you want to be included, I'll send you a partner. We have a couple people that just only listen, that only do YouTube. Hey, Liz. Liz says, Malia, you and I were running a race on burning dinner, and she wasn't even pregnant. I just remember Brian typing in and going, this is Mr. Malia. Malia is burning the biscuits. Or burning, were you burning biscuits or cookies? I can't remember. But Malia's asking Liz, did you have black biscuits? Didn't Brian say he loved it that way, though? Oh my gosh, you guys. Thanks for being here for me. I'm definitely going to get my mental health back in order as far as like finding a job that suits me better and not feeling so disconnected from my art life. You know, that's what I realized. I was like having that conversation with my hottie. I said, I love my art life and I really don't want to trade. Like, I don't want to have work and no art life, you know? So that's what I'm going to work back toward, just getting myself better in a better space so that I can have my own art life. So that I can have my own art life. Hi, Roy. What did you have for dinner, Roy? You know, I've missed, you know, it is balance. But, you know, the thing is that because my commute's so long, it's like by the time I get back, I'm like not feeling it. Liz says, Malia, hers were chicken thighs, but it looked just like your biscuits. Oh my goodness. You burn chicken on the grill because your grill only cooks on high. Oh no. Greek takeout. Ooh, that sounds good. You're packing for your week in Cancun. Oh, have fun. I love you too, Shaz. I'm glad you're getting to go on vacation, Roy. That sounds like great. Is your bathroom finished? Guys, I haven't been keeping up with anybody. Is that terrible? I'm terrible. Long commutes wear you out. They do. Plus, I do. Yes, you're right. Malia says she wants to go to Cancun, Roy. Not just that, I've been helping this friend of mine's mom too, you know, because it could be my mom, and she is battling her own cancer. And I've been going over there, like, I should have gone over there this week, but I didn't because I was working. I've been going over there and helping her, like, going over and doing her laundry and stuff like that. So I've had no time for me. I hope you have so much fun. You finished it just Friday and now you have to paint. Oh, I bet if I were you, I would be celebrating. Are you celebrating, Roy? I'd be totally celebrating you finished your bathroom. Because I think sometimes construction or renovation can be as stressful as a lot of things in your life. Wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you guys agree that renovation is a stress additive? Well, I say, what are the most stressful things? Getting married, having a baby, a death, What else? Moving and renovation, right? And renovation. I'm sure renovation's right in there. I'm sure renovation is one of those things that's right in there. Roy says he celebrates when he wakes up on the green side of the ground. That's great. Margie says, especially, yes, especially when it's your bathroom and the only bathroom and it takes months to finish. I hear you. I completely understand. I completely get it. I totally get it. Renovating anytime is hard, but if it's your only bathroom, yeah. One time I lived through an apartment renovation, you guys, and it was ridiculous. I lived through an apartment renovation. We didn't have a kitchen for almost a year. It was so horrible. I had to wash dishes in the bathroom, in the bathtub, and I think I cooked in a toaster oven. It was horrible. It was not good. Not good. Well, I'm going to have to go to work soon. How many people want to stay for a few minutes of woo woo? We'll do like a few minutes, not long. How many of you guys did the woo woo yesterday? Did anybody, any feedback from yesterday's woo woo? No, a kitchen you could live without. Not if you cook all the time. It was horrible. And we lived in New York City at the time. It was not a good, to be without a kitchen, it was not good. Bathroom and kitchen renovations are the most difficult. I agree. So for those of you that want to stay for this short meditation and you want some energized water, go get your water. You don't need it. It's not always necessary, but sometimes people want to, the energy stays in the water, and some people just like to drink it afterwards or drink it all. 2 days in a row, Liz, I was like, it was impromptu. I had been trying because I had a few days off to be on before that, but I couldn't because I told you I was helping my friend with his store renovation, and it was ridiculous. So, I mean, I wasn't doing the renovation. I was just helping him put his stuff back together. Bye, Cat. Big love. Thanks for joining us. And thanks for contributing to the conversation about aging parents. You guys keep going with it. You know, it's like you have friends here, and I know many of you. Roy, you're too much. You know, you do have friends here that have been through it, and you're not alone. So, you know, become friends with each other and share those experiences, because it's really helpful when you realize you're not the only one going through it. Even if all you can share is, I hear you and I totally am there for you in understanding and meeting you where you are, that can be enough. Sometimes just having that, just knowing that somebody else knows what you're going through it's comforting all on its own, right? Bye, Cat. Big love. All right, go get your water, you guys, and let's bring to mind, you know, energy is everywhere and works in all sorts of different ways. And the first thing that you can do when you want to help somebody through your own process, whatever it is, even just bringing more peace to your own life and to their life, is bring them to mind, right? And then wish them and send them that wishful thought, that thought of peace. So for those of you that are having issues with anyone, bring those people to mind. And they can be good issues. They don't necessarily have to be, you know, you don't have to send somebody those loving thoughts when they don't, during bad times only. You can do it with good times as well. So, you know, bring to mind anyone, pet, person, neighbor, job. Bring your home. Always include your home in any energy work you do. Your home is your most important part. Hi, Lala. So, bring to mind and even maybe a circumstance. Maybe it's maybe you're having some sort of a court case, or maybe you're having some sort of maybe somebody in your family is getting married, or maybe somebody in your family is having a celebration, or you yourself are having a gathering. You can also add any of those things. You can add anything into your energy work. So bring to mind the people that you'd like to include in your woo woo, in your meditation. People, places, things, times, and events. Anything. Maybe your job, the people you work with. Bring it all to mind. And let's get started. So all you need to do, and get your water if you want it, all you need to do to participate is to focus on your breathing. And if sometimes your mind goes, it's fine too. It's not necessary. You receive what you need to receive. You can also think of people that are no longer in a physical body, because their energy is still available. Just because their physical body expired doesn't mean that they can't feel your love too, because they can. So take a minute and bring to mind anybody you'd like to include, and you only have to do it this one time. Just knowing that energy work, or anytime you're wishing healing for someone else, they also must consent. Right? So you can send and you can wish the best for somebody, but if it's not something they want to receive, they have conscious consent and control of what they receive. So know that. It doesn't mean that it goes unwasted. It just means that we all make a choice. So let's get started. Inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Receive and release. Imagine yourself in a column of light. And when you look up, you can't see the end. And when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. Allow your column of light to enter deep, deep, deep into the earth. Give your column of light the direction, heart of the earth, and your column of light is right there. Give your column of light big roots deep in the heart of the earth. Let's ask the earth to share with us her energy. I see this energy like beautiful golden light, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful golden light energy pouring through your roots, pouring up your column of light, through every layer of the earth, and feel it filling your feet and ankles, your calves and knees, your thighs and hips. Feel it filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist, your chest and back, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your neck and throat, your face and head, and feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Ready? And breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Focus on your column of light above your head and give your column of light the suggestion: heart of the earth, heart of the divine, heart of the central sun, heart of creator, creation energy. And feel your column of light right there. Give your column of light the same roots below your feet you did above your head. Allow your column of light to root itself in the heart of the earth and in the heart of the divine. Let's ask this beautiful cosmic angelic realm to send for us to receive and feel the love and support where we are connected here in this energy center of creation, creator energy. I see this like beautiful silver diamonds, but you can see it or feel it or think it or just know it any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful diamond light energy mixing with your light and the earth's energy and spreading 6 feet in all directions. Feel it filling your face and head, your neck and throat, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist. Feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, and out the bottom of your feet, expelling any and all excess deep in the heart of the earth. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Allow yourself to feel the balance of your connection to heaven and earth. I'd like you to open your heart, put a window there, and allow any energy that no longer serves you in this body to release. And on the inhale, breathe in and receive peace, balance, bliss, and clarity. And on the exhale, let go of anything that doesn't work for you. Receive in love. Release in love. Receive and release. Receive and release. I'd like you to focus. Let's add 2 more points of light in your body. Let's add the point of light at your waist and the point of light at your throat. Breathe in and receive peace, balance, bliss, and clarity in your point of light in your throat, your heart, and in your waist. And on the exhale, let go of anything that doesn't serve you. Receive in love. Release in love. Receive and release. Receive and release. Receive and release. I'd like you to add 2 more points of light. Add the point of light in the center of your forehead, your throat, your heart, your waist, and your lower abdomen. Receive peace, balance, bliss, and clarity. And on the exhale, release anything that no longer serves you. Receive in love. Release in love. Receive, release. Receive, release. Let's add 2 more points of light. The point of light at the top of your head, the center of your forehead, your throat, your heart, your waist, your lower abdomen, and the base of your spine. Breathe in and receive peace, balance, bliss, and clarity. And on the exhale, release anything that no longer works for you. Ready? Receive in love. Release in love. receive, and release. Receive and release. Receive and release. Focus and add 2 more points of light, the 1 foot above your head and 1 foot below your feet, and all of the points in between. Breathe in, receive peace, balance, bliss, and clarity. And on the exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Receive in love. Release in love. Receive and release. Receive and release. Receive and release. Focus 6 feet above your head and 6 feet below your feet and all the points of light in between. Breathe in and receive peace, love, balance, and clarity. And on the exhale, release anything that no longer serves you. Receive in love. Release in love. Receive and release. Receive and release. Receive and release. Focus where your roots are in the heart of creation and where your roots of your column of light are in the heart of the earth. Knowing that you are including all points of light in between. On the inhale, receive peace, balance, bliss, clarity. And on the exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love. Release in love. Receive and release. Receive and release. Receive and release. I'd like you to focus on your hands and let me know when you feel this energy. Put your hands on your heart. Pick a point on the earth that you'd like to share this love. Always include your home. I'd like you to imagine an infinity symbol starting in the heart, where your roots are, in the heart of creator creation, crossing through your heart, entering deep into the earth, in the heart of the earth, crossing back through your heart and ending where it began. On the inhale, receive love from the heart of the earth and the heart of creation. And on the exhale, give back love to the heart of the earth and the heart of creation. Ready? Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back. Thank you guys for joining me on my journey, on my creative crafty journey today. I love you guys. I've missed you, missed you so much. And for those that want to still join in the giveaway for the Clever Fox Planner, head over for that video and like and comment, and then go and follow them on Instagram, and we will do the drawing in, what's the date today? Today is, oh, you're welcome. I love you guys. I have missed you guys so much. You guys are my woo-woo every day anyway, so it does, I mean. So today's the 26th of October. Let's say the giveaway will be, we'll do the drawing for the giveaway on, what's 2 weeks from now, you guys? I can't even think. So 2 weeks from now would be what? 14 days. So what would that be? Can somebody do the math and tell me what it'd be? If today's the 26th of October, 14 days from now would be what? 31st is 15 days. The 9th? Is that right? Would it be the 9th of November? I'll do a video, and the last day to enter is the 9th of November, and I will do a drawing on the 10th. I'll do a live, yeah, the 9th of November, yeah. So you have until the 9th of November to go over and watch that video and comment on it and like the video, and then go join them on Instagram. All right, my lovelies, I love you. I hope you guys have a brilliant day, and as always, make it creative and crafty. And from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so much aloha. And know that I'll see you soon. And if you guys want to join the ATC swap, head over to the Crafting Mamas Facebook group. All right, my lovelies, have a wonderful week. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Aloha.